Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of Planetbase. Now available on Steam from Madruga Works. Link in the description below, as is links to our Discord, PayPal, X, all that good stuff. We hope you'll enjoy the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell icon so you know when we go live or upload a video. This morning we're doing kind of a short notice stream because I have 11 o'clock plans to go shoot pool. It's 9 a.m. here in the central US of A. So let's cut the Willy Foo-Foo stuff and jump on into this. We have our Hoth base, Hoth Hideout as we're calling it, started, and we're going to continue. We're on the icy planet. We're trying to reach consolidation, which is the last of the 10 achievements. I think there's 300 people. Here we are. Let's turn the domes off. And if you missed yesterday, we have a really crappy LZ. I really picked a bad spot because we're in this little, basically, cul-de-sac. I mean, there's a little area over there, but, I mean, this is just a small bit of space we're working in. We do have to break out into this larger plain area over here, and even then, it's got stuff to work around. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. We're going to try to make it work. If this doesn't look too good after a couple episodes, we may well start over. But we're going to try and make it work. So we had an original base set up. This is original. This is original. This is original. Everything else has moved and been rebuilt in some size, shape, or form along the way here. So what I'm trying to do is get everything kind of tucked into a corner and work our way out from the corner and then go from there. So we've got our kind of manufacturing, excuse me, over on this side with the mines, and then we've got our power production. You know, we try to keep stuff close to the airlocks. Now, you only have to really deal with one thing on this planet, and that is blizzards. And now the solar panels work at half efficiency. This one would normally produce 80 power. It only produces 40. But your wind turbines are your bread and butter when it comes to making power, because you tend to have wind more often than not. Blizzards, it's just like a dust storm on the red planet. The wind turbines are cranking at, you know, max power. So you want to make sure that you utilize what you can as far as solar panels go, but you need to have everything backed up with wind turbines along the way. So if we take a look at our grid, we've got 37,500 storage. We're actually running really close to that at night with those 3 turbines. Water, we're going to need to look at another water producer, Hoop Jupe, pretty soon. And we've got enough oxygen production for 60 people. We've been sitting on 27 for a while, simply because I'm just trying to get this thing rearranged to a state where I almost just like it. Right now, I'm just not happy with this setup at all. So, that all said, now you're up to speed. Let's kick it in the butt here and see what we can do. We do have a control center. It's not occupied at the moment. That allows us to declare a yellow or a red alert, which in this case would just be a yellow alert, to get everyone inside on a blizzard when that occurs. We have our storage thing here. We're stockpiling metal and food, but we're going to need more storage space. Well, here we go. How do we clear out storage space? We trade stuff away. Oh, no. 40% commission. We can work with that. Give me that. And take a bunch of this food. And then we're going to need to ditch these 2 guns. Okay. Now we're going to take one of these. And that's 335. We're going to take a couple more of those. All right. So I want to check up here. These numbers here do not reflect these numbers here necessarily. Now, especially on food, because you look, it's 27 food, there's 35, but these could be in machines. You won't see stuff that's in machines. Okay? So, you know, you be mindful. You also don't want to short yourself stuff that you absolutely need. So refer up here when deciding what to trade away here. Does that make sense? All right. So there's 375. I'm willing to go down to 2 med kits. Okay. And we've maxed out his cargo capacity, so now it's all cash. But We only need 100, what, 45? That's not bad. All right, so boop, 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 boop. You hold down the shift key to go in multiples of 10. Boom. Gimme. Now I'll help clear some of this out. I could have traded away some of the metal too. I should have thought of that. I mean, but we have ways around that deal, right? If you want to if you want to get metal out of storage, you just build a landing pad or a starport pad, because that'll eat up 10 of them, right? So we could build this sucker right here, and you know, that'll eat up a nice chunk of that. We can build multiples. Just don't connect them to anything, then they won't become operational, right? Because we're going to need more storage than this. Obviously, this is not a great location. Storage tends to be something you look to do as a core thing, whereas like the biodome would be a core and the canteen would be a core location. All right, we got some beds ready to go here. There we go. All right, cool. So now that's been built. Now the one thing we again, what we can do here is we can just plop another one over here, and that's going to clear 10 more of those out. But it's not hooked to anything, so it won't do anything with our power. We run out of spares. Okay, that's cool. I get it. And then that'll clear out the rest of that. That'll clear out the storage. All right. Goliath wind turbine. Okay. So now we got to build them, and we got the metal for it, which is great. So actually, let's belay this order. Here, let's not do that. Let's do that one. I will clear out this. So we need to build them. All right. So now we need to redo this whole deal. So to redo that whole deal, what we're going to do is start at the back end with power storage. This is all metal. So that metal... Okay, we're going to work on eliminating those. Actually, no, keep that up. I want to get this filled up, and then we're going to... Do we need a big ship? Nope. We're going to turn this one off, because I do not want it to drain. I want this one to fill, and then I'm going to turn it off. Oh my gosh. Hey! Hey, 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 hey. All right, we're going to break ourselves here, and that's okay. Wait a minute. That just freed up that material. We want this. That's awesome. This we can work with. All right, so we've got most of the cash needed for this. We will go ahead and trade away about 10 of these. That got us halfway there. We're living on a prayer. Right? We got plenty. And we'll just pay 300 coins. Boy, what a couple of timely pickups. And at 40%, you can't ask for too much more than 40%. I mean, 35 is the best you can get on a deal. So, getting this at 40%, I'm not crying about for sure. All right, so do that. Let's get that sucker. And then that changes things, because then now we're going to be looking to build that massive storage like right here. We've run out of spares. I keep hearing you say we've run out of spares. I've got the factory. Well, he's working on it. Part of the issue is I'm not producing bioplastic fast enough. So, I mean, I'm not really sure why. It looks okay. All right, this over here is good to go. Now, this here we want to run down. This we can get rid of. This is actually the large one as opposed to a medium one. And, oh great. We'll go to yellow alert here. And we'll try to zip through this. This is going to suck. Actually, you know what? How much more does he need? No, you know what? Screw yellow alert. Get the stuff out there to the guy. All right, this should still be powering up, and it is. And the problem is, right now I'm too efficient. So actually, we're going to just delete this. I hate doing this, but... now, we've got connections here, so that's all good. This is our power production is going to take a hit. We do have a lot of storage. We can shut this pad down. Now, someone decided to take the long way back to wherever that was just not smart. Made a poor life choice there, dude. Okay, he's good to go. And we got it. Okay, that should give us the... Boom. That's what we want right there. Sweet. Okay. So now the problem is this is in the way. It's going to be a pain in the butt. We need to build a new storage facility. Actually, yeah, that's totally in the way. All right. So we need to build a new storage facility somewhere else. All right. Everything out to the side of that's going to have to go. All right. So now we have solar power coming in. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay. Now we need this all this stuff picked up here. And then we're going to have to do a little dipsy-do here where we connect this like this. Not to the bed. Like that. I need all that crap picked up. Like nowish. So what we may have to do is plunk down another deal. Incentivize these fart knockers to... Actually, wait a second. Hold it. There. That's the smart play. This is not the smart play. Okay, I just came up with a smarter play. This guy's got the GM on onion. He's wanting a higher percentage. Oh, you know what? We're at... We're going to go for coins. Which we're not going to get a whole lot of here. Maybe we need a carrier bot. That's not going to get us where we need to go. Whoops. Okay. Okay. They're out of here. Now, this is what we want. Right? Is that the best we can do? We can't get it in this space? Nope, we gotta get it here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Fit. There we go. Crap. Here. Now, all that material is right there next to it to build. You see how we pulled that off? Well, we haven't pulled it off yet, A-Train, so don't go patting yourself on the back until you got everything up and running. But we got the materials to where they needed to be. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is large storage. We need to get everything out of there and into here. Now, the other thing is going to be we want an airlock right in this area. For now, I want to move this over here. Okay, we got this 2 extra large wind turbines up. Now look at these guys. They produce up to 80 power. These produce only 50. So basically, 5 times 8 is 40, right? So 5 of these replace 8 of these, which means you use less spare parts. It's efficient. All right, so there's that, which is good. I do want to upgrade this one. Hopefully we can do it in this spot. And the wind just died off, so we'll see how it's going to work with us. Oh, this is shut down anyway. I've got 2 of them. I want to put another one in first. Let's do one over, another one over here. All right, so that, well, shoot, here comes trade ship. Let's get some more cash out of this guy. And hopefully those meals or food. Ah, jerk, go away. Now I'm gonna keep this in place. No, I'm not. Let's get that out of the way. That's gonna help build this airlock here. This is to support construction here. Basically now we're going to take this whole arm out and then we're going to look to build there. Alright, looking pretty good here. We still got 1 metal sitting over here, which looks like somebody's coming to get, which is great. That's filling up. We got 2. Oh, we're producing more power than we're consuming. Let's check our water grid. 8.25 out of 11. So we could use another one of these large water extractors. We've run out of medical supplies, so that sucks. Let's get on that, people. Okay. So here now. I'm wondering if maybe I should take this one out first. This is kind of a bit in the way. All right, so all this out here is good. So this is Department of Redundancy Department. Let's take it out. We'll let them gather that stuff up. And then we need to see if we can squishy this in here. And it doesn't look like it wants to let me do it. So we're going to take this out, this out, this out. And then that opens up space over here for this, like that. And then, yeah, that's Mo Betta. And then we need to put in another power collector. There we go. And we're putting another very large water extractor. Okay. There we go. Well, there goes that trade ship. Missed that opportunity. Okay. We'll be all right. All right, now they're coming through here to go support this because, yeah, I don't have a deal over here. I will as soon as I get this deal. But problem is we don't have bioplastic. So the issue then becomes one of, let's shut this machine. Well, not until it's done, doofus. Finish the job. That doesn't have bioplastic. That has a spare part, but no bioplastic. So what I'm actually going to do is delete this machine. Because otherwise, even if you have the machine shut down, they tend to go ahead and load them anyway. And that's going to use up bioplastic we need elsewhere, right? All right, so now we got 4 large power collectors. Great. We got our solar panels are cranking out 80. What's our grid using? Our grid is using 115 power. So during the daytime, the solar panels account for the majority of that. We could put another one in here-ish. It'd have to go way over here. That's a little far off the beaten path, but that would be too. Over here would be bad too because we've got no airlock access. Convenient. Oh, here's a trade ship. This guy may actually have some... Nope, maybe not. 40% commission we can work with, so let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. We'll take a carrier bot. And we want to build driller bots, I think. Yeah, we're down to one driller bot. We want to get the driller bots going. Part of the issue is I think I got too many beds. So what we're going to do is clear out a few beds here. Of course, you just went to sleep in the one I just wanted to frickin' use. Pick a different bed. Alright, there's people carrying stuff out both the airlocks. Hopefully, they're not clearing that one out yet. It's going to be kind of a short stream today. Like I said, it's almost 9:30 here, Central U.S. And I'm going to go, I have a pool shooting scheduled, shooting pool scheduled for 11 o'clock. So we'll go for a little more than another hour. Hopefully by then I'll just have everything kind of straightened out. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the objective today, is kind of get things straightened out. You know what? Let's build just the biggest one we can build, maybe. Okay, that's helpful. You know what? That's as big as that's going to get. All right. Wait a minute. Do we have redundancy? Well, we have enough O2 production to support the base. Let's just... This is stupid, but... Let's just build a little one right here. That'll support another 20 people. We're not adding people, but the point of the exercise is we don't want this part of the base here. When I take this down, this will help just kind of support this area. Of course, now we got bioplastic. Okay, now we're starting to get some bioplastic built up. That's good. Alright, I need a worker or bot type. There you go. Excellent. Sweet. Okay, cool. That'll help that. Tell me your decent rate. You are not. Goodbye. Okay, go get all that schmutz, people. Let's go, let's go, let's move. Daddy wants a big dome. I need... Ah, that was actually the spot. Come on. Come on. Come on. That stupid... There we go. That will work. And it looks like we've got the materials to build it here and get it up. All right. Now, shoot, there goes a constructor bot. We're losing bots. Yeah, yeah. I guess if I needed bioplastic, I could take some of this schmutz out too. I got like 4 benches in here. You know, I could take one of these TVs out. I got 3 water fountains. Could take one of those out. You know, so those are little things that you can do. You just look at things you've got, and it's like, oh, do I really need 3 water fountains? You know what I'm saying? Plus, I got a water fountain right here. You know, do I need 3 water fountains in the canteen, that is? All right, here comes the big dome. Thad would be happy. All right, there's that part, and we just need this part, and then we're going to shut this down for storage. Okay, all right. There's a massive storage dome. Sweet. All right, cool and neat in a neat and cool sort of way. So now what do we do, A-Train? Well, that's a great question. One thing I do want to do is put like a security office maybe over here, because we can't go this direction, right? But if I put this here, okay, I think we can build an airlock off of it, like so. All right, that's going to help support maintenance and stuff along here, because we may push these out further and put another couple of wind turbines or, you know, solar panels in there. That would make a lot of sense. Let's just take another look at the... So we can store 50,000 power, and with the wind where it is, you know, we're producing almost half. 45% commission we can work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, back 1 out. Give me your money. That'll work. This is where it helps to have carrier bots, and we got some. And then, so off of this, we'll get this built, and then we'll come off of this. Okay. I have a plan. I have a plan starting to come together, because I love it when a plan comes together. I have a plan. Trust me, I have a plan. Okay? So we're going to put this about here-ish. Okay? Now, off here, we can do this for said. I wonder if we could actually build a small. It'd be great if we could actually build it whatever size. All right, we need another O2 generator kind of over this way anyway, right? Because this one was just temporary. So we're going to dump this storage and then go to this storage, and that gets us covered on storage. So this is going to cover us on O2. Oh, for F's sake, people, could you build the frickin' things in order? Build from the existing facilities out. I may actually change this just a little bit because I have a modification to the plan. So I need... Alright, I need this moved. Boy, they're rolling in here, aren't they? No, we don't want you. Go away. Alright, someone come get this. If someone comes and gets that, that's going to make it... That's going to be... Thank you. Perfect. Okay. Let's try something. Oh, I could actually build that off there. I didn't think of that one. Duh. The question is, can I get it in nice and tight to facilitate this being here-ish? Now, there's one little oddball thing here that we can do to work with the game mechanic. All right, we're going to try this. See if it works. Hopefully it works. Come on. Come on. Fit. Squishy. Squishy. Squishy! Damn it. Oh, I don't have a command center. Great. Oops. Alright, people. Get back inside. Let the bots do the carrying, but whatever. Alright, so this is not going to work here. So yeah, I know. I just undid what I had already done. Yes, I know. I got it. We're going to put the airlock over here again, because the master plan I had did not quite master plan like I was hoping it would. Okay. All right, everybody go inside, get warm. Okay. I do have space here, but let me see if I can pull this off. This can be kind of... Yeah. Oh, well, it fits off there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. All right, we may undo this, back it up, see if we can back it up a little bit, and then put something here. I don't like this much space going unused. Obviously, the small med bay works, but I have a small med bay over by the mines anyway. This is for miners who get hurt, so that's, you know, that's a good deal there. All right, so now we've got this part. This part is good. Let's take this out of play here for a minute. And let's build command center. Okay. Actually, yeah, let's actually back it up. Back it in nice and tight, I think. So that's going to put us in a position where we can build another O2 generator, not there, but there. Wait, no. I have a better idea. If we put it here, watch this. Here's something you can do. If I, watch, see how it connects across there? Okay, watch this. Boom. It creates a path across there. See? So it actually got rid of some stuff. All right, so that's the plan. We're not going to do that right now. But, I mean, we could put like a dome here or something. Small. Maybe even a... Well, we can't do a sick bay. But we can put something there. And then that's going to help facilitate this whole aspect of getting over here and through to this area. All right, so there's that setup. Now, not that, this. Okay, we're gonna bring this out just a little bit, not too far. We're not gonna bring it like as far as we could, because we could bring it like way out here. So bring it in, keep it in a little bit tidy. Okay, and then we'll actually back, we'll do one out this way, and then our landing pad will go, one we can go here or here. Let's go there. Okay, I think we are in business here. This I kind of want to redo. We may be able to back it up just a little bit and change the angle, because it's going to get close into this, right? And they don't like the circles too close to each other, so we'll put it, you know, like right here. And I'm hoping we can put in either another... Well, wait a minute, maybe we can. Look, maybe we can. But I want a med bay. If I can do that, why can't I do the large med bay? Maybe I can. I'm just going to put that there. You know what? Yeah. I'm not going to make the connection yet, because then it's going to take up power and everything. Customs and port control. Go in here. Put the guns in here. We only need one telescope position. Now, security desk needs to be next to that. We put a radio operator here, a telescope operator here. Yeah, okay. We're not going to do that right now because we're kind of limited on resources. Okay, very good. So there's that. So this supports maintenance and construction this way. This is going to support, we're going to have the starport out here. So we have that one. We'll have this one, like that. We're going to get a third one here and maybe a fourth one here because we're going to get rid of all this. We got O2 production. That's great. We've got tons of food. We just need bioplastic. And part of the issue there is workers. Now we're back up to 3 driller bots, which is good. How are we doing power grid wise? We're burning down power during the day. Not a fan of that. But also, I don't want to build this size when we can get the even bigger solar panels. So let's look at maybe, just for now, we're going to build this right here. I know it puts it right in the way. We're not going to get there this episode. All right, so that's going to up that power production during the day when the wind dies on us. And then we'll be in better shape with that. All right, now we got some construction going on out here. Dude, you couldn't make this connection because you got sleepy. All right, come here, Fredbot. Thanks, bud. Now we're back in business. All right, so now we should get a deal in here pretty quick. All right, so now with this in mind, we're going to go ahead and start building the airlocks off here. Short arms. You know what I'm saying? Tight as we can, tight and tidy. 55% commission. I'm going to take what we can get out of this guy. I know we're not necessarily making money, but we're clearing out storage. I'll take some of his starch too. That gets food out of our clear. Well, yeah. See how everybody's coming over here? This is great. This is what we want, really, is to clear all this crap out, make it as quick and easy as possible. We're going to take this out of play. So we got that built there. Okay. All right. I'm starting to feel a little better because we're moving towards our objective of being able to, you know. Aha! I have a thought. There's a thought. How about that for a thought? Put the big storage dome, another big storage dome here. Big dome. And we can use that to move through to this next area and put our production and crap there. That's not a bad thought. I like it. How many beds do we have? We got 5 over here. That's 10 butts at a time. And we got sleeping for 19 at a time. That's a lot. We have so much food. You know, it's time to get more people in here. Let's call us in here and we'll do, yeah, workers and engineers for now. No, we need biologists. Yeah, we're in excellent state. We need workers and biologists. Yeah, see, there's nobody working in here right now. And I only have one mine open. It's like, where is everybody? Everybody's sleeping because I got too many beds. You guys remember me talking about that? Because I pretty much remember me talking about that too. You don't want to have so many beds that you wind up with Okay, here's the starport setup. Cruise ship. All right, 2 biologists and a worker. This is good. It's a good start. So the biologists will be able to work the food faster, and that'll probably be the next thing we do. Is if we build another big storage dome here, right? If we get the farm dome patent, we'll connect the farm dome to it, and then we'll build off the farm dome into this valley over here. That would be ideal. Okay. How full is this? That's 24% full already. So we need another trade ship. Our spare parts and stuff are sitting in here. How are we looking? Bots. 3K. How are we looking? Bioplastic is still an issue. But now we got another worker in to work the machines. We just need more workers in to work the machines. All right, so let's do crew. All right, that's 2 worker. Wait, those workers? Yeah, those are workers. Cool. All right, and at some point we gotta get back to making guns. Let's power that up. Because we do have microchips. Because we're going to need security in here pretty soon. Alright. I'm feeling pretty good about this setup here now. Power grid wise. So this gives us 120 solar production per day. And that's most of our requirement. So, you know, as long as the wind doesn't stop, which the wind is stopping right now. That's the fallacy of wind power for people. You don't get solar power on cloudy days, and you don't get wind power on days when there's no wind. All right, there's a couple more workers. Swell. Okay, I think that's going to really help. Now we're going to switch over to biologists. And engineers. We've got plenty of medics for now. Remember how I said we've got 9 and then some other... Oh. Yes, please. How do we get it? How do we get it? How do we get it? Let's math, people. Do the math. Do the math. Do the math. All right. First off, let's trade a couple of these because that's our highest value item. Let's trade up like... We'll leave 2 of those in reserve. That's halfway there. We're living on a prayer. Okay. Let's get this meat out of here. Okay. Remember me saying when we get the farm dome? Whoop, up, 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 back, back, back. Boom. There's the farm dome. We're not going to worry about this one. This is going to support this section of the base over here. And then we're going to build the big storage dome here. And then we're going to build farm dome here. And then we're going to build off that farm dome with another production facility. We'll have another mine set up over here. Yep, this is now officially going to be henceforth the spaceport. All right, we have a plan. I love it when a plan comes together. We're going to set this. We still need to clear this out, which is getting cleared out now, which is good. Yeah, just keep grabbing that stuff. That'll make it easier. Yep, 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 yep. I like it. Yeah, take everything out of here that we need. It looks like we've got everything out of there we need. All right, let's go ahead and just ditch that. You guys go grab that stuff. You got a short walk. It's right there. And then that makes room in here for a couple more facilities. We'll probably do like a bar. And all right, we got a gun. I'm thinking we better start looking at security. Security! because we've reached standing. Once you reach standing, that's when I think the possibility of bad guys coming in on a crew ship occurs. But also visitors you can have bad visitor types come in too. All right, how are we looking? All right, we're up to 4 of those. All right, where are we here? Let's switch this over to another carrier bot. All right, looks like we just got a couple of engineers in. Sweet. Yep, we got engineers. All right, now we need to go all biologists. Oh, we got a guard. Sweet. All right, that works. All right, let's go. Awesome. Because we're going to need more biologists. Now, remember all the beds we have? All right, so they're sleeping for 10 and then 19. What's 19 times 2? 38. Yes, that's correct. So we have 1 bed for 2 butts. Oh, man. 40% commission. We do not need the... You don't need the GM tomato and onion early game. We got the domes we wanted. We also got the big wind turbines and the big water extractors. The big solar panels would be better at this point, but also we're down now on cache. So what we're going to do is just go all food. Well, that's not going to do us any good. We're going to just take all the money we can, and then we'll chuck out that. Okay. Just clear some of this food supply out. We are obviously growing enough food to feed the people we have, right? And we should have some good food in here. What have we got? Salads. You guys have multiple and the bots are doing a lot of the work, so I'm not going to futz about it. I think we'll be okay. Let's go back to what we were looking at. Okay, basic, boo, 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 boo. Salads. We need some pasta and some oh, he's got the last thing, so that's fine. Boom, done. Get back inside, dude. There you go. All right, everybody's all right. You all will warm up. You'll be good to go. All right. If you're hungry, there's food. People, go eat. Crew. All right. There's 1 guard and 2 biologists, I think. Guards are in gray. Yep. And then biologists. Sweet. Okay. This is looking pretty good. So now we've jumped up to 40 people. We've got 2 guards. Are they armed or just one? Nope, they're both armed. All right, that's a start. Until I get like I don't want to get caught off guard here, so to speak. Hey, Train, you made it funny. Now, with the... whoops, no. Here. All right, you gonna let me build it? They are. Okay. Am I going to be able to squishy another small one in over here? I should. Should be able to. Hello? 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 Crew. All guards. 1, 2, 3. 2 guards. All right, you know what? That's actually good. 4 armed guards I feel pretty good about. So let's get them armed up. Let's turn off colonists for now. Actually, since the ship just came in. Okay, that's where I want it set. That's your balance intake right there, okay? 4 armed guards I can work with. All right, now we got a starport for bigger ships. I'm just wondering if there's a way I can chippy. I think, well, whatever. Now we can trade some stuff. Ooh, looky here, 40% commission. We do not have enough stuff to get that. But we do have enough stuff to trade away a bunch of the food out of inventory. Let's actually go that way. He's actually got coin. We could buy a gun too. We could use a constructor bot actually. Let's do that. And then let's, well. Okay, cool. I'm good with that. It's a little bit of coin. It's not, you know, obviously not where we want to be. We have spare parts. I mean, if we do spare parts, we get the 350. But we got to get the 5. Okay, we've got enough to get the 560. I just don't. I don't feel like the time is right for that. We'll trade away some of the spare parts. Okay, cool. Oh, they're not full yet. Whoops. There we go. All right, so we get some coin. We get a constructor bot we can use because A, they build and fix stuff. B, they carry stuff, right? So they're multitaskers. Unlike the carrier bot, which is a unitasker, and the driller bot is a unitasker. Now, they're both critical jobs because the carrier bots keep humans from having to carry so much crap, which pisses people off. And the driller bots save lives in the mine. Okay? So let's do that. I may... no, we'll see. Now, see the parade of people coming along here? They are not happy about doing that. So that's why we're building more carrier bots. Right now, we only have like 3 or 4. Okay, we got 5. 5 is good. And then we need a driller bot, too. So what we're going to do here is do that and that. Okay. I like to do one each. And you could do that in the smaller bot shop. You don't have to have the bigger one like I do. You know, it's kind of personal preference. I like having a couple of repair pads because at some point you're going to have enough bots that they're going to come rolling in and out of there just constantly. Okay. Now, we have so much food. There's something we could build for that. It is the bar. Now, before I do this, wait, is this the biggest? Oh, this is the biggest workout dome. Small, medium, large. Yep, so never mind. We got the biggest one. You know, this is a time to kind of examine your options and say, hey, is this something we can build here? I'm going to try something here. We're really, where I normally spread stuff out, yep, that works. That works right here-ish too. Okay. All right, we're going to work with that. So let's build this first. That's the priority. Okay. So what we did was just created a sleeper dome, and we're going to have that off security because we have visitors come in. We can pack 6 bunks in there. That's 12 people who need to sleep. So people who come in wanting rest, they will come in and just go to that point. All right, that keeps them from going deeper into your base. All right, what do we got here? 45% commission we can deal with. All right, let's trade away that. The meat is kind of a pain in the butt right now. That's janking up our stuff because we're not getting burgers. that is going to clear storage out. Awesome. Okay, so we do have a couple of guards on station. Is everybody armed yet? Yep, four armed. All right, so we got 4 armed guards. We could use 6. I mean, you can always keep using more, right? Let's see if we can just get up to 50 people here. But I do want more engineers. And another biologist would not hurt. There. Okay, so... and then I'm going to look to put in... Watch this here. So now, this allows me to determine where I can put my next one of these. Like that. And then I can... Well, I can't delete that, but I can delete that. All right, there's crew just came in. And now we're going to go back and put this back into play. Bigger one. No, that's okay. Good. All right, so that's what we want right there. But we don't want that just yet. So don't make the connection, nitwit. Okay, so just build it. Okay. All right, this here is the bar. Now, we're not going to have anything over here. So this is the place we're going to put the TVs. Whoa, shite. What's going on here? I totally missed that. Was sleeping on that deal. Did I get the... I did not get the colossal panel. Okay, we need the mega collector, colossal panel, and then the GM tomatoes and onions are last concern. Okay, so obviously we have a problem here. We need... If we got a problem, I'll solve it. All right, let's do this. That's a priority. Get that built. These solar panels... Part of the issue is that big landing pad. All right, now we're cranking. If the wind will stay up, the wind's not going to stay up. Let's check our water grid's good, oxygen's good. Okay, good. What's this? All right, there's a guard, an engineer, and a biologist. So we got one of each. That's swell. I like it. Let's take a look here. We may have gotten more people. Oh, yeah. We got enough guards now. Okay, we're good on people. Okay, cool. All right, so we have 14 workers, 15 biologists, 10 engineers, 4 medics, and 7 guards, 4 of which are armed. We're up to 50 people. That's great. We went from 27 to 50 here on the quick. So now, we gotta get this built, and having all those extra workers, we're gonna go ahead and enable this mine because we need more stuffs. And then over here, we're going to go ahead and put in another of each processor. More workers would be a good idea. Now, for all the food, which we've bled down the food supply a little bit here. What do you got? I don't really have anything to trade. I could trade 3 of these. Okay. A little bit of coins here and there. don't have the mega collector yet. We're going to be creating a ring so it'll support the backside over here. Once we build our other massive storage dome here, so that'll go this way and then this way, but we'll be able to connect in here. Because at that point, we'll probably take these out, maybe move this, look to put in bigger domes. I mean, wind turbines or solar panels, right? This should be ready. Oh, 2 resources. I think we need more workers. Now, I'm a little concerned if I'll go ahead and shut this down for now. I'm a little concerned on food production. Food stocks are low. I'm concerned on food production. Now, that said, what we can look to do here is just yeah, we grew kind of quick there. We are getting food in, but the problem is we're not getting enough meals made. All right, so we got wind turbine. That helped that. We grew a little too... I brought in too many people too quick and didn't think to offset the food production. What we can do is we could take out... that's a potato pad. So there's rice, there's peas. Those are fast growing. We could take out a potato pad and put in another tomato pad. Probably a good idea. And if we needed to, we could take out the medical supply, medical leaves, medicinal leaves, as it were. I can speak. All right, what do you got? 50% commission. I got 2 of these I can trade. And 2 of these. So now we've about got, well, we do have enough cash. First off, if we need emergency supplies, we can buy the hell out of them. Second, if a tech comes in, a patent that we need to buy, we have the cash for it. Once you get above 600 coins, you're in pretty good shape. Now, one thing I want to do is check. All right, there's a tomato pad. All right, we're going to catch up on this food thing here in just a minute, people. So everybody just get a meal. All right, we got plenty of biologists. Oh, I see that. We're out of spares. Okay, so you carry that over here. This needs 1 bioplastic, and here it comes. So we need an engineer to come over here and build. I almost did the small one, which is, if you're going to do the small one, I recommend you do a tomato pad, a mushroom pad, a wheat pad, because that's pasta, and then do 1 other vegetable. Okay, there's that, and then there's that. All right, so here we're going to do a tomato pad. We don't have any building projects going on. Well, somebody's out doing maintaining, but I think it's a bot. Nope, it's an engineer. At night, dicking around with a solar panel. That's terrific. Because that's what we need. And then the other thing we need to do is maybe do a rice pad and an onion pad for variety. We want to do vegetable variety. Also, but I do want to pick up starch production. See, we're producing 320 and consuming 150 at night when there's a storm. All right, there we go. All right, everybody back at it. All right, food production's kicking up now, as is starch production. So this should settle things down in a few minutes. Okay, and then once things settle down a little bit, now we're still dealing with the spares. But again, we're kicking up starch production here. We got 1, 2, 3 starchy pads. This is onions, right? Yeah. We need the mushroom pad. The whole intention here is this is to make pasta, or this is to make salads. Okay. So the wheat pads are to support pasta. And I think also they will. See, so here's your list. Recipes. 3 different vegetables is salad. Wheat plus mushrooms is pasta. Wheat plus tomatoes is pasta. All right. So if you think about it, a wheat pad produces per cycle 2 wheat and 1 starch. So mushroom and a tomato pad each produce 3 mushrooms or 3 tomatoes respectively, right? Rice plus mushrooms plus tomatoes equals pasta. Okay. Rice plus any meat equals pasta. Okay, well, we got a rice pad, which is going to be 2 rice and 1 starch per cycle, right? Wheat plus any meat equals burger. We got a meat maker over there, all right? Maize plus any meat equals burger. These are the things you want because this is the higher quality food, and it restores morale as well as nutrition levels, prevents malnutrition. So you want variety, but this is kind of, I mean, the onions is just simply to create some variety for salads. 55% commit. Oh, he's got the big. $620. That's too much for me right now. That would drain us completely. Nah. Sorry, dude. You're out of here. Come back and see. You lower your rates a little bit. Now, so 50 people. Let's make sure we get this pad going here. Now, this is starting to build up. Okay. People are showing to be hungry, but like here, it's converting into meals. Even basic meals right now, not the worst thing. Yep, I get it. But people are eating. The key is we want to get these indications of people being hungry off their heads. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. They're just going to do a basic meal. Yeah, it's just going to do a basic meal. But now, if someone puts something else in that meal maker, then it will. All right, there's that other pad. So let's go ahead and put this up for high priority. And how many? We got 15 biologists. Four to 6 working in here at a time, and 2 working in here at a time. You know, I think that's a reasonable number, so I think we'll be okay. As soon as this starts getting up into, you know, see how this number's going up and then varying? So meals are getting created now, and the key is to get like 3 vegetables. So then you start getting salads like this. Tomatoes, wheat, onions, watch. Watch what happens here. Boom, salads. So now this number's going up. This number's going up. That's good. Okay. And the meat just got used too, so maybe it made a burger. We want to get rid of basic meals and get to salads. All right. But this is the smart play. Initially, you want tomatoes, mushrooms, and wheat. So you can get that little bit of starch production, and then you get the combinations to make pasta. And then that will get your people happy. All right. And then something like onions, okay? Just throw some variety in the mix, and that'll get you salads. So here's tomatoes. Let's see if they load anything in this machine. There's, boom, boom. There you go. Pasta. There's wheat. Watch here. Wheat and chicken. Watch, you're going to get a burger here. See? Boom. All right. Now we've turned the corner. And we're heading the right direction. 50% commission. A constructor bot would be great. We don't have the patent for that. Now, I did not buy the Mega. Okay, so Colossal Panel, Mega Collector. Those are the two things we need. Now, we could start getting coins in here if I built another little landing pad or two. I almost would like to build another big pad, like right here. Let's see if this is going to fit. It's squishy. Oh yeah, we could squishy. All right, go ahead and build that. The problem is power. We'll get those pads built. That's going to be our starport. It ain't going to be much. I'd like another small pad over here, but I just don't think we're going to be able to pull it off. Maybe if I could chip away at some stuff. But usually if you can chip away at stuff, but it's still not going to necessarily let you build something because there's limitations. Like, so that should so fit in there. Okay. This is not terribly bad. We're going to make this connection, and then we're going to power this down. We're going to keep these powered down for a minute, because look, right now the wind is dead. It is flat, and we're burning power during the daytime. So we need... That's the large water extractor, and we've got the... Okay, what's this guy want? Oh, he's on the cheap. We've got all the guns we need. I mean, it's a little bit of coin. I don't want to make a big deal. There. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. We'll recover the numbers back up. Oh. Oh, that's not built yet. Okay. I know this is a little goofy. This is actually going to go away eventually, so this actually would be a better connection. But we are going to power this down. Now we need this built. Looks like we've recovered power, and nighttime the wind is kicked up. So yeah, we're creating more than we consume. That's the key. Food's starting to get better. We're flirting with excellent condition. We've got some starch, we've got ore, and then we've got production going on. Spare parts we still need to keep working on. I'm going to put a second machine in here, and then we'll shut it down, because you want to have the ability to make them on short notice. Does that make sense? Then it's 3. Okay, good. And then, yeah, they're going to load the machine. Go ahead and load the machine, and we're just going to hold. So on demand, we can kick the machine off. Okay, that's hooked up now. There we go. It really disappoints me I couldn't get one in here. Save our money here a little bit. All right, so here we'll put another bed in, and I think we've got room for 2 more beds in here. Actually, we've got room for 2 more beds in here too. All right, so that's 7, 12, okay, 22. All right, this actually will work out. That's basically half the crew will have beds now. And now food's starting to stockpile, which is good. I don't want to see basic meals. Salads are good. Okay. But we should be... Yeah, we're in good shape. Okay, cool. All right. Now we have that solar panel up. We'll go ahead and build another power collector here. Actually, I'm going to build it here. Why are you building it there, A-Train? Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. The idea would be, again, to possibly... This is the largest of the wind turbines. We can connect this to this, take this out, and replace it. We'll probably have to move this dorm to facilitate that. Maybe we can shorten it up and put it right here. I doubt it, but that's a thought. We can get the larger collectors, but also these are closer into the airlocks, and that's where you want your power panels, power production, because that's the stuff that requires spare parts. That shortens your walking distance for your people, and the time it takes them to recover, get back inside, if they're, you know, caught out in a blizzard. What's happening, General? Missed the beginning of stream. What, the 2 buildings that are disconnected? They are a larger of the med bays and a small dorm. Those are placeholders. I've figured that this will connect to this, and this will connect to this, but now it's in place. I know how the connection will work. I've got this stuff set up to go work around that, right? And then likewise here, boom, boom. All I got to do is make that connection. But right now, they're just sitting there idle and drawing no power. So basically, it's future planning. We've got the starport coming together, and we've got security now in pretty good shape with 7 armed guards. We're up to 50 people, so we've picked up 23 people so far this episode. Had a little bit of a food crisis. We resolved that, and now are in better shape there. I have both the big dome patents, so we built the massive storage here. We're going to build another one here off that, yeah, off the O2 generator. And then we're going to build another farm. We're going to build, we got the farm dome patent. We're going to build that over here to break us over into this valley over here. So then we'll have all the food production that can go into storage. We may put another canteen here. I could put another little landing pad. We're just not going to have a terribly busy starport. Right now we're just trying to square away some issues on the grid. Of course, on this planet, the solar panels only produce at 50% ability. But we have the very large wind turbines. So you look at our text, we just need the mega collector and the colossal panel, and then the 2 genetically modified vegetable pads. So this is going to go away. We have a bar here. I think we're going to put that in play pretty soon. We've just been biding our time here a little bit as we recover from our food crisis. And yeah, and now just been recovering some cache. And there we go. Just working on the cache. How's your day going? Hope everybody's enjoying the show. We got a few more minutes. We're going to go here, and I'm going to go play pool here at 11 o'clock Central Time. It's 10:23 currently-ish. My stupid microwave. Don't buy a Hamilton Beach microwave. It cooks well, but the clock is off. The clock falls about a minute behind per week. So I set it a couple minutes ahead, and then over the course of the next month, 3 weeks to a month, it'll fall a couple minutes behind, because when I'm sitting at my computer, I look over to the right, I can see the clock on it. Whereas if I were to turn around and look around something sitting on my table, I can't even see, there it is. I can see it's 10:25 on the cable box, which I know is more reliable. Of course, I have my computer here and my laptop, I can see it's 10:25. And I've got my phone, which says 10:25. And if I were to bump out of the game, I could see it on my PC as well. So, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm hoping with the additional power storage, we're going to be in good shape for a bit. When we start firing up these pads, and that's the challenge of this planet, is your power production is completely unreliable. Except, I mean, daytime, you're good. If a blizzard comes in, your wind turbines max out, right? Like right now, they're almost maxed out. So we should be producing power until, of course, I look at it and then the wind starts dropping off. But the key is you want to have enough power production. So we've got 4 very large solar panels. That's 160 production. And we're using 150. So during the daytime, we know basically we're contingent on the wind power to fill up the collectors, right? And we got 4 wind turbines. They're 80 each, so that's 320. Med ship, 65 commission. Get out of here. All right, so we have the oh, damn it, the desk disappeared. I had the position just off. Well, that's okay. We'll build another one right next to it, and another one right next to that. I could possibly move the armory. Let's see if I can do this. Can I move the armory right here? Nope, nope, no squishy. Okay. Yep, I hear. Okay, so I don't think anybody's outside at the moment anyway, so we'll just speed through this. We're going to set up the 4 beds there, but that's a visitor's dormitory. That's the intention there. I think everybody should be okay. Driller bot's working there. Driller bot's working there. Cool. Yeah, we managed to get through that one. Okay. All right. We got food starting to stockpile, which is great. So we're going to kick the bar into action. First thing we'll do is put in a water fountain because you got to have your hydration. Second, we're going to put the view screens on this side. Third, we're going to put a sitting table here. And one here. Standing table will go here and here and here. And then the drink machines go to the back. And then we'll put one more view screen over this way. And yeah, you got water fountain here, here, and then 2 over there. So lots of water fountains. All right, that's going to clear out some of the vegetables. And also make our people happy, happy, happy. So with that said, maybe we should power this up and open up landing operations to visitors. Just start making coin. Oh, there's GM Tomato, 45% commission. That's actually not bad. We could use a constructor. Do I not have the constructor bot patent? Hold on. I do have the constructor bot patent. How did I miss that memo? What blockhead? Well, we're not making a whole lot of bots, but okay. Yeah. And then 160 in coin. Oops. There we go. Trade. A little weird here on this setup, but they can use these 2 airlocks. And we just have this one extra step. This is where I would like the storage building to be relative to, but that's okay. Also, let's go ahead and get this hooked up. And what's our water? Water situation's good. O2 is good. Yeah. All right, bring that stuff out here. Let's get that GM Tomato. And then we are going to upgrade as soon as it pops. Upgrade these over here as they pop. We got 3 over here. All right, so 68, 69, 74. Okay, this one should be first. And that's going to put us in pretty good shape as for All right, that's going to increase our tomato production by 33%, because you get 4 instead of 3 per cycle. Dude, I'm gonna ask my LZ. We're out of spares again. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna see if we can get this small pad over here. Aha! Maybe I saw it a second ago. Where'd it go? And maybe we can put one more right over here. Well, you know what? Actually, I think we're going to be able to pull this off. Let's do this. Yep. That is well out of the way. All right, so now let's do this. Cool. All right. That adds a little bit to our starport. And it's cool and neat in a neat and cool sort of way. We're going to make that little walkway. Sweet. All right. Hey, our base is kind of kicking ass and taking names now. We're dealing with spares. All right, you know what? Power this up. We got plenty of metal. We got bioplastic going. We could add in a little more diversity here with that. And this dome's going to go away when we build the farm dome over here. Here's our first visitors. Somebody's hungry and tired. We got our people over here. Good. We got a couple of guns. I almost feel like we're going to need to start looking at Doc's coming over, checking out the new med bay. Oh, sorry, Doc. I know, it's aggravating. I'm going to fix it. I'm aggravated too. Cool. Now it looks nice and symmetrical. Doc will appreciate that. All right, cool. What we're going to trade this person? Oh, yeah, we can trade some of this. We could trade one of these. We could trade. We're going to start stockpiling medical supplies, and we're in good shape on metal. Oh, they don't have that much money. Just give me your money. Give me that back. And take that and go away. So we're just going to milk some coins here and there from these visitors. Now notice 2 came out of the ship and 1 went back in. Did you see that? I'm not sure how that works, but that 1 didn't seem to need anything. So maybe they're happy, maybe they're good to go. I don't know. We need to get ahead on bioplastic production, though. We are going to put a couple more bunks in here because visitors are coming in and needing rest. and that will aid in that regard. But if we take this out of here, what the hell are we going to put in its I mean, we could put another landing pad there. It's a small pad. That would be okay. All right, cool. So we went from 27 to 53 people. We got the base a little more organized. We got some techs with the big domes. Upgraded the wind turbines. And we have security, the starport. We have a lot that we did this episode. So things are looking pretty frickin' spiffy here at Hoth Hideout. So with that, let's save and bump out to the music. And thank you for watching this episode of Planetbase. Now available on Steam from Madruga Works. Planetbase 2 due out early 2027. And so we're working on closing out all of the achievements. In this case, we're working towards consolidation on the harder 3 planets. We're a sixth of the way there. So we're going to look to pick up like 50 people per episode. It's because you got, plan for the food and all that stuff. And we'll keep pressing on. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, please drop us a like. Appreciate you being here. Gerald, thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed the program. Thousands of hours available on the channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell icon so you know when we go live or upload a video. Join us on Discord. Become part of the A-Team where you can make new friends, chat, find fellow game players, discuss this game and others, helpful tips and strategies, and we have audio channels available that you guys are free to use to do multiplayer stuff. So do that. Link in the description below. Also, link to our PayPal if you want to make a donation. It's greatly appreciated as we work towards a new PC. I'm starting to price out parts and really going to look to future-proof it so that we can run full FPS, high quality video, and play with all the good settings on the game. So looking forward to that. And I think there's a link to our Twitter/X page, so make sure to join us there. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I hope you have a great day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are on planet Earth or beyond. I'm A-Train. It's over. I'm out.